Hey guys, welcome back to Mind Your Conversions, brought to you by Fibr. If you're new here, this is where we break down the art and science of marketing with our hosts, Jack and Emma. They will help you understand marketing better, explore fresh strategies, and most importantly, suggest you how to improve your website digital experience. So whether you're a seasoned pro, or even if you're just getting started, you're at the right place.
Welcome to today's deep dive, everyone. I'm your host, and I'm super excited to get into this one.
And I'm your resident expert for today. We have a really wild topic to cover.
We really do. You know, it used to be that whenever you wanted to know something, like anything at all, you just open up a browser.
Right, the good old search bar.
Exactly. You type your question into that little bar, you hit enter, and what you expected back. I mean, the unspoken contract of the internet for the last 20 years was just a list.
Yeah, a page of 10 blue links.
Yes. You'd click one, scroll past this massive wall of text, and, maybe you find your answer.
And if you didn't, you hit the back button and try the next link. It was basically a hunt.
Right, you were doing all the manual labor of piecing the information together yourself.
It was essentially a directory system. I mean, the search engine wasn't actually answering your questions.
No, not at all.
It was just pointing you toward a giant filing cabinet where the answer might live. You were just navigating an index.
But think about how you search for things right now, just in your daily life.
It's totally different.
It is. You don't always want to dig through a filing cabinet anymore. More and more, you were probably just opening up the typing bar in ChatGPT or Perplexity.
Or you're just reading that AI overview that sits right at the very top of Google now.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to hunt through links. You just want the answer synthesized and spoken back to you like you're having a conversation with a ridiculously smart friend.
The shift we are watching happen right now is monumental. We are moving from information retrieval to information synthesis. And it's completely upending how creators, brands, and businesses think about getting discovered online. The entire architecture of internet visibility is being rewritten as we speak.
Okay, let's unpack this because we have a fascinating roadmap to guide us today.
We really do. The data on this is incredible.
So our mission for this deep dive is to look at a very comprehensive breakdown from the Fibr blog. It's titled Top Generative Engine Optimization Tools 2025.
Right.
And we are going to explore what Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO, actually is.
Which is the buzzword of the year, honestly.
It really is. We'll look at the billions of daily AI queries forcing everyone to adapt. And we're going to dive deep into the specific tools you need to survive in this new landscape.
It's such a vital transition to understand because the old rules of discovery simply do not apply to these new interfaces.
So let's establish the new baseline. If the ultimate victory lap used to be showing up on page 1 of Google with a nice blue link, what is the victory lap now?
That's the big question.
How do we actually define what GEO is trying to achieve?
Well, at its core, generative engine optimization is the practice of designing and structuring your online content so that it's not just crawled by search engines.
Right, crawling isn't enough anymore.
Exactly. It needs to be understood, trusted, and cited by AI-powered answer engines. We're talking about large language models, the ChatGPTs, Geminis, and Perplexities of the world.
So basically, instead of trying to win a human's click, you are trying to win a machine's citation.
That is the perfect way to phrase it.
I was thinking about this earlier, and it reminds me of a baking blog.
Oh, I love a good food analogy.
Right. So in the old traditional SEO days, if I wrote a baking blog, my goal was to get my best Charlotte chip cookie recipe to rank on page 1.
Because you wanted human eyeballs on your site, reading those huge, long paragraphs about your childhood memories baking.
Yes, exactly. I wanted them scrolling. But with GEO, the user isn't really looking for an article.
No, they're looking for a quick fix.
Right. If someone asks an AI how to make their cookies more chewy, my goal as the blogger using GEO is to structure my content perfectly.
So the AI synthesizes its answer and specifically cites you.
Yes. I want the AI to say, according to your blog name, the key to chewy cookies is melted butter.
And that right there is the crucial distinction. Traditional SEO targets humans with single, deep pages of content, and it measures success via clicks.
Because clicks equal ad revenue.
Exactly. But GEO targets AI models. It does this by breaking content into clear, standalone, easily extractable pieces. Success is measured by how often the AI uses and attributes that specific information.
What's fascinating here is, wait, sorry, I stole your line.
Oh, go ahead. You can have it.
No, you say the stat about the sources is crazy.
Well, what's fascinating here is that AI overviews typically pull information from around 13.3 different sources for a single response.
13.3, that is wild.
It really is. It shatters that whole winner-takes-all mentality of the old page one rankings.
Right, you don't have to be the definitive authority on everything anymore.
Exactly. You just have to be the most trusted, well-structured source for a very specific piece of the puzzle. The AI stitches you together with 12 other sources to build its narrative.
But let me jump in and push back on this a little bit.
Sure, go for it.
Because I can hear the writers and creators listening to this getting nervous.
I get that a lot, yeah.
If the goal of GEO requires clean code and structuring content purely for an AI to parse, basically building these standalone data chunks, doesn't that mean we're going to lose the art of writing for actual human beings?
It is a very natural fear. I mean, the idea that we are writing for machines first and humans second feels pretty dystopian.
It feels very sci-fi, yeah.
But I would argue that extreme clarity for an AI often translates to extreme clarity for a human.
Oh, that's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, an AI needs well-structured headings, precise instructions, and credible references to parse meaning. And honestly, most human readers searching for an immediate answer appreciate those exact same things.
Right, they don't want the 5,000-word personal anecdote before the recipe.
Exactly, they just want the melted butter takeaway.
Okay, I see your point. It's essentially forcing us to be ruthless editors. You can still have your narrative voice, but you just can't bury the actual information underneath it.
GEO just enforces discipline, you have to be clear.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though, because we have to ask, is this discipline just a niche trend? Or is it a mandatory shift?
The data definitely points to mandatory.
Yeah, we have to look at the 2025 data to prove the urgency here. The numbers are just exploding.
They really are staggering.
Right now, ChatGPT is processing about 2.5 billion user prompts every single day.
2.5 billion daily.
And that is up 150% from late 2024. Plus, they have 800 million weekly active users.
It's massive adoption.
And the craziest stat to me, 62% of users interact with an AI chatbot every single day.
To put that 62% into a broader context, we have to look at search traffic. AI chatbots captured 5.6% of all desktop search traffic in the US by mid-2025.
Which might sound small to some people, right?
It might, but it is more than double their year-over-year share. It's growing exponentially. Furthermore, when Google's AI overview does appear, around 72% of users check it.
Wow, 72%.
Yeah, they engage with the AI rather than scrolling down to the traditional links. People are actively choosing the synthesized answer.
And the report shares this Gartner prediction that just looms over everything. They project a 25% drop in traditional search volume by 2026.
A quarter of traditional searching, just gone. Evaporated.
Replaced entirely by conversational AI prompts.
Which is why industry analysts compare this specific window of time to the early 2000s, back when Google first started replacing directory sites like Yahoo.
The ground is definitely shifting. But we should do a quick reality check here.
Right, let's keep it in perspective.
Because Google isn't dead. The data clearly shows Google is still handling an estimated 13.7 to 16.4 billion queries a day.
Absolutely. Google remains the undisputed king of sheer volume. No other platform comes close to that 16 billion scale.
So it's not an overnight replacement.
No, but you cannot brush aside 2.5 billion daily questions happening on ChatGPT. That is a massive, unignorable slice of human attention.
Right, it's carved out this huge share in just a few short years.
Exactly. It means you are now playing a dual game. You need visibility in the traditional search index, and you need visibility in the AI synthesis engines.
Okay, so if the audience is convinced that GEO is critical, and honestly with those numbers, how could you not be? The immediate next question is, how do you track it?
That is the biggest pain point for marketers right now.
Yeah, with old SEO, you just typed in a keyword and saw if you were number 3 or number 4. But AI answers are dynamic. They feel like an invisible black box.
You can't just hit refresh on a page to check your rank anymore.
Luckily, the Fibr report breaks down the specific 2025 GEO toolkit built to track this stuff. Let's dive into these visibility trackers, starting with SEMrush.
Oh, SEMrush is doing some really cool things here.
They really are. They have this AI SEO toolkit, which runs about $99 a month for the base plan. And what stands out to me is how it measures sentiment.
The sentiment analysis is profound.
Yeah. It tells you if the AI talked about your brand in a positive, neutral, or negative light. while tracking your prompt level visibility.
Because an LLM is essentially a synthesizer of public opinion. If it reads 10 reviews of your product and 8 are terrible, the AI won't just list the reviews.
Right, it'll actually warn the user.
Exactly. It will actively tell the user this product has a history of breaking. So you need a tool like SEMrush that parses the tone to spot PR crises early.
That makes total sense. Then we have Surfer with their AI tracker. That one ranges from $95 to $495 a month.
Surfer's approach is fascinating because of their source transparency feature.
Yeah, break that down for us.
Well, source transparency is basically reverse engineering the black box. The Surfer actually digs under the hood to show you which specific websites the LLMs are pulling data from.
Oh, wow, so you can see their homework.
Exactly. So if you realize the AI constantly pulls from one specific industry forum in your niche, you now have a target. You just need to get your brand mentioned on that domain.
That is such a huge competitive edge, which actually brings us to the next category of tools.
Competitive edge tools, yeah.
Right, like Ahrefs. They have Brand Radar, running $129 to $449 a month.
Their unique angle is really smart.
Yeah, a lot of tools use artificial prompts, but Ahrefs uses real user questions from their massive keyword database.
It grounds the AI tracking in genuine search demand rather than just theoretical prompts.
And then there's Writesonic. That's $39 to $399 a month. You mentioned this one was great for competitor benchmarking.
It is. Specifically, its ability to find sites that cite your rivals but ignore your brand.
Ah, so it finds the gap.
Right. It exposes clear targets for outreach. If a blog tells the AI about your competitor but not you, you now know exactly who to email to influence the AI's future diet.
You're influencing the humans who write the source material. I love that. Okay, moving on to the auditors and analytics. We have Otterly.
Otterly is great for the technical side?
Yeah, at $29 to $489 a month, it runs these GEO audits. It analyzes over 25 on-page factors that might be limiting your AI search coverage.
Right, it finds the technical friction points, like badly formatted tables, that cause an AI to just skip your page entirely.
And finally, rounding out the list, we have Fibr, the author of the source text itself.
Fibr's approach is incredibly user-friendly.
Yeah, it connects right to Google Analytics. And instead of complex dashboards, it lets users ask questions in plain language.
So you can just type, which queries drove the highest converting traffic?
Yeah.
And get query-level insights and demographic data.
Which saves so much time.
Yeah.
And they offer a 30-day free trial, which is nice for people wanting to test the waters.
It's a fantastic toolkit all around.
So what does this all mean? We just dropped a heavy list of shiny new AI tools. If I'm listening to this, I might be feeling a bit overwhelmed.
Oh, completely. It feels like a lot.
I might be wondering, did we just replace the whole marketing playbook? Is everything I learned about traditional SEO completely useless now?
It's a valid concern, but the answer is a resounding no.
Okay, let's test that. I want to throw the ultimate pushback at you regarding backlinks.
Ah, the bread and butter of traditional SEO.
Exactly. For 2 decades, getting other websites to link to yours was the holy grail. Do backlinks still matter in a GEO world where an AI is just reading text to give an answer?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, yes, backlinks actually matter more than ever.
Wait, really? Why does an AI care who links to me?
Because GEO works best when built on a strong SEO foundation. You have to remember, AI models are explicitly trained to look for authoritative sources to prevent hallucinations.
Oh, right, because they don't actually know facts, they just predict text.
Exactly. A page with quality backlinks signals trust to the algorithm. It tells the machine, humans verify this information. That makes an LLM much more likely to pull it into an AI-generated response.
That makes so much sense. So to briefly wrap up the core takeaway for you listening, search is fundamentally changing.
This whole new ballgame.
We are moving from a directory of links to synthesized answers. Adapting means creating clear, highly authoritative content that machines can parse and trust.
SEO gets you in the room. GEO gets you quoted.
Perfect summary. But before we sign off, I know you had a final thought on all this.
I do, because this raises an important question.
Let's hear it.
If traditional SEO was about writing to attract the human eye, and GEO is about writing standalone chunks of data perfectly structured for AI LLMs to harvest.
Yeah.
Are we entering an era where humans are no longer the primary consumers of the content we publish?
Oh, wow.
Think about it. If we are writing for the machines first, so they can summarize it for us later, how will that change the very nature of human storytelling and knowledge sharing?
That is a wildly provocative concept to mull over. Are we writing for the harvester or the reader? We will definitely be exploring that tension as this technology evolves. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
It was a pleasure.
To everyone listening, keep questioning the digital world around you, and we will catch you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Mind Your Conversions, brought to you by Fibr. We hope you're walking away with fresh ideas and practical strategies to elevate your marketing and digital customer experience. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave us a review. Thanks for listening. Until then, take care, and we'll see you next time.